What if I told you you could lower your risk for heart disease? What if I told you you could lower your risk for stroke or diabetes or sleep apnea? What if I told you if your liver was failing, I could give you a medication that might help to reverse that? What if I told you this drug could do so much more? I know what you would say. What is the name? What is the name of that drug? That drug, my friend, that peptide, that beautiful new molecule is called retatrutide. And retatrutide is becoming popular. People are learning about it because of its incredible weight loss benefits. But I am here to tell you it is much more than a weight loss medicine. And we are going to talk about that today. If you are new to my channel, then you might not understand. I am a longevity physician. I treat people, I see people, and I do my best to help them live longer. I help them with weight loss. I help them with cellular renewal. I help them to keep muscle mass. I help them to change their lifestyle and their diet so that they can live a happier and healthier life. And I love my patients and I love what I do. And even though I am a Mayo Clinic trained family physician, folks, don't forget, I'm not your physician. So everything here, it's for education and entertainment only, but it's not medical advice. If you need medical advice, please see your doctor. So if you walked into my office and you had fatty liver disease, and you told me that your liver was failing because of the infiltration of the fat into the body of the liver itself, and if you were to ask me, what can I do? I would sit you down and I would look you in the eye and I would tell you to consider starting retatrutide. And why would I tell you that? Because the data is clear. People who used retatrutide for fatty liver disease, for metabolic associated fatty liver disease specifically, people who used retatrutide for this in the studies, the data was clear. It helped them to remove, it helped their body to remove the fat from the liver. And when you remove the hepatic fat, when you remove the toxic buildup of this fat into the liver itself, you help restore the liver. And by restoring the liver's health and wellness, you restore its function, and this helps the patient to live longer. So the data from the studies that are being done currently on retatrutide, the data is clear. It helps people with fatty liver disease. And fatty liver disease can get so severe that it can cause extremely bad and debilitating effects. In fact, some people even require a liver transplant due to the MASH syndrome, which is metabolic associated fatty liver disease. So if we can prevent someone getting sicker, if we can prevent a liver transplant, if we can turn things around and get people healthier by giving them a simple peptide, well, that's a no-brainer. And I believe retatrutide will help many people in the future that suffer from liver disease. Now, let's go further. Imagine if you had heart disease. Imagine if you had atherosclerosis or the building up of plaque in your coronary arteries or your carotid arteries or your abdominal aorta or your ascending aorta, or if you had peripheral vascular disease. This all occurs because of plaque buildup within the arteries. And this is another area where retatrutide is quite magical. It actually decreases the buildup of plaque within your arteries. It also helps with to decrease your triglyceride level. It helps to lower your LDL. And by doing these things, retatrutide reduces arterial plaque accumulation and formation. So if you decrease plaque buildup, you're going to hypothetically lower the risk for heart attack, stroke, and other diseases that occur because of atherosclerosis. But there is more. Not only do you get less buildup of plaque, but you also get less inflammation. And if a patient has less inflammation, they are less apt to have a heart attack, and they are less apt to have problems that are stress related at the level of the myocardium, meaning heart dysfunction, heart attack, and various other things. So the data is clear. Lowering vascular inflammation directly reduces the stress on the heart, the myocardium, and this can hypothetically help you to live longer. So retatrutide helps the liver, it helps the heart, it helps endothelial health, and it also helps people who have renal disease. If you are suffering from chronic kidney disease, if your kidneys aren't functioning like they did when you were younger, then a drug that could potentially help with that is retatrutide. And it does this by downgrading low-grade chronic inflammation within the kidneys. It also helps to normalize blood pressure within the kidneys. It also helps to regulate blood sugar. And by doing this, retatrutide mitigates increased intraglomerular pressure, which causes kidney damage, which leads to kidney function. And what is intraglomerular pressure? Well, within your kidneys, you have things called the glomerula, and the glomerulus is like a very small blood vessel that is within the kidneys that helps the body to excrete water from within the vascular system out through the kidneys and into the urine. And when it does this, it acts as a filter. And the glomerulus can get damaged by increased pressure, and retatrutide does many things that helps keep the glomerulus healthy. And by doing this, by helping the kidney to be healthier, retatrutide has been proven or shown to lower your risk for chronic kidney disease and to even reverse kidney disease that is already occurring. Meaning if you had chronic kidney disease and your kidney function was worsening, retatrutide could be a treatment to help improve that and to potentially reverse it. So retatrutide can help preserve kidney filtration capacity. It can protect the delicate nephrons from oxidative and metabolic damage. And by helping it in this aspect too, it helps to keep the kidneys healthy. So it helps the liver, it helps the vasculature, it helps the heart, and it helps the kidneys. And it does even more. We know it's a weight loss medicine, and by getting rid of body fat, it's going to help inflammation everywhere in the body. Also, when you get rid of visceral fat, it helps your body to be healthier, it helps with glucose regulation, and it helps with so many other things. But by helping with insulin resistance, by helping your body to get rid of body fat, the retatrutide will also help your body at the mitochondrial and the cellular level to improve mitochondrial dysfunction. Mitochondrial dysfunction often occurs because of imbalances within the body itself, and many of those imbalances that cause mitochondrial dysfunction are caused by insulin resistance. So retatrutide helps with insulin resistance, it helps to get rid of visceral fat, and it helps to lower elevated glucose levels. And the data, there's plenty of data out there to show that all of those things accelerate the aging process. They cause your cellular function to decline. If your cell function declines, if your cells become damaged, if you have less ATP being produced by the mitochondria, you're going to have a person or a patient who ages quicker. You're going to have a patient who is chronically fatigued, and you're going to have a patient who has lots of medical issues because most medical issues start at the cellular level. So retatrutide helps slow epigenetic aging. It helps decrease systemic inflammation or inflammaging, and it helps to keep the mitochondria healthy. And if you follow my channel, folks, you know that all of these things are extremely helpful. So retatrutide does many good things. It's not just a weight loss medication, but there are additional things you can add to use along with my retatrutide to help the body to become even more optimized. And some of these peptides, we're going to touch upon these quickly because these are peptides that you could use along with retatrutide to help keep yourself younger, to help keep your cells healthier so the body doesn't age as quickly as it might if you weren't doing these things. And number one, the peptide I would recommend using with retatrutide would be MOTS-c. And number two would be SS31. And both of these work at the level of the mitochondria to help the mitochondria make more ATP. More ATP is more energy. More energy means you'll feel better when taking these things. And that is how MOTS-c and SS31 work. They also help to make your body make more mitochondria. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of a cell. As we age, the number of mitochondria within our body decline. And by taking MOTS-c and SS31 along with retatrutide, you can increase the number of mitochondria, which means your body can produce more ATP. If the mitochondria are happy, the cells will be happy, and if the cells are happy, you are going to live longer. So when using these three things together, in essence, what will happen is retatrutide will drive energy demand, then SS31 will repair the cellular engine or the mitochondria so it can produce more ATP, and then MOTS-c will cause the mitochondria's work capacity to increase so your mitochondria can make more ATP. So these three things work synergistically to keep your cells healthy and your mitochondrial healthy. And if you're doing these things, you are going to feel better, you are going to be healthier, and you are going to hypothetically live longer. But you can't mention the mitochondria without mentioning NAD. Because NAD, when you look at the level of the mitochondria, okay, you have the Krebs cycle. And in the Krebs cycle, ATP is made, adenosine triphosphate, which is basically the fuel on which our cells run. And NAD is very important within that Krebs cycle for the production of ATP. And that's why if you're focusing on the mitochondria and you're talking about retatrutide, or you're talking about MOTS-c, or you're talking about SS31, you have to talk about NAD. And a patient asked me a great question the other day, is they said, can I use NAD precursors along with the NAD injection? In my clinic, I typically will recommend the injection because I think that's the best way to get NAD. I typically recommend a dose of about 100 milligrams twice a week, and most of my patients do well on that dose. But I have some patients that don't like injections, and if they use a precursor to NAD, like NMN or NR, this will help your body to make more NAD and more ATP indirectly, but it won't work quite as well as NAD via injection. But honestly, after thinking about it a bit, I think the best way to get your NAD or to increase your NAD levels is probably to do the injection and to do the oral NMN and the NR. Those are the precursors to NAD. So NAD will help to increase your energy level while you're on retatrutide, and it will also help you with weight loss because if you have more energy, you'll be more apt to work out. If you're exercising, you're going to lose more weight. And if you're doing weight resistance exercise, you're going to lose weight, increase muscle mass, and improve your overall wellness and your longevity. So NAD, SS31, MOTS-c, these things, when taken with retatrutide, can help you to live a longer and healthier life. So folks, if you're brand new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the like button. I am grateful for the opportunity to serve you. On my next video, we're going to talk about retatrutide and how to use growth hormone stimulating peptides with retatrutide to maintain your muscles as you lose weight. So thanks for listening. I'll be back at you soon with another video. Bye.